Do you constantly have relationships where you feel exhausted because you're trying to rescue your friends or your lover from one catastrophe after another? If so, you may be codependent. And if you are, it may be time to let go and start looking after yourself for a change. One of the greatest benefits of having close friendships is that our friends can support and help us when things get rough in our lives. In exchange for the support that our friends give us during a crisis, most of us also help our friends when they need it. In a relationship between two emotionally healthy adults, the roles of giving and receiving help are balanced. Simply, both people offer help and receive help from each other in approximately equal amounts. However, there are some people who always take on the role of being the helper, no matter what relationship they're in. These people have friendships that focus exclusively on trying to solve the problems of their friends. We sometimes call this quality codependency, and we may label people who are obsessed with helping others as codependent. A person who is codependent will tend to have relationships with people who have a lot of problems, such as emotional, social, familial, and financial. The codependent person may spend much of their own time, money, and energy helping other people who have problems, while ignoring the problems in their own life. Why would somebody be codependent, I hear you ask? A person who is codependent often suffers from a deep sense of worthlessness and anxiety, and tries to derive a sense of self-worth by helping or rescuing others. A person who is codependent may not know how to relax and feel comfortable in a friendship where both people are equals and the relationship is based on enjoying each other's company. Codependent people may even feel anxious if someone that they've been helping gets their life in order and no longer wants their help. The codependent person may immediately look around for someone else that they can save. If you frequently take on the role of helping people who are your friends, how can you tell if you're acting out of genuine kindness and concern, or whether your behaviour is in fact codependency? There aren't really any hard and fast lines between the two. But here are some questions that you can ask yourself to see whether your helping behaviour may actually be codependency. Do you have a hard time saying no to others, even when you're very busy, financially broke, or completely exhausted? Are you always sacrificing your own needs for everyone else? Do you feel more worthy as a human being because you've taken on a helping role? If you stopped helping your friends, would you feel guilty or worthless? Would you know how to be in a friendship that doesn't revolve around you being the helper or the one to fix everyone's problems? If your friends eventually didn't need your help, would you still be friends with them? Or would you look around for someone else to help? Do you feel resentful when others are not grateful enough to you for your efforts at rescuing them or fixing their lives? Do you sometimes feel more like a social worker than a friend in your relationships? Do you feel uncomfortable receiving help from other people? Is the role of helping others a much more natural role for you to play in your relationships? Does it seem as if many of your friends have particularly chaotic lives, with one crisis after another? Did you grow up in a family that had a lot of emotional chaos or addiction problems? Are many of your friends addicts, or do they have serious emotional and social problems? As you were growing up, did you think it was up to you to keep the family functioning? As an adult, Is it important for you to be thought of as the dependable one? If you answered yes to many of these questions, you may indeed have a problem with codependency. But you must know that this does not mean that you're a flawed person. It means that you're spending a lot of energy on other people and very little on yourself. And one must know, neglecting yourself will never end well. If it seems that a lot of your friendships are based on codependent rescuing behaviours rather than on mutual liking and respect between equals, you may wish to step back and rethink your role in relationships. If you suspect that your helping behaviour is a form of codependency, a good therapist or counsellor can help you gain perspective on your actions and learn a more balanced way of relating to others. To continue to create this new life, be sure to subscribe and press the notification bell for all future videos.